All right, so dump Trump, draft Romney. Now hold it. I'm a never Trumper. All right, I'm a never Trumper. I once was. I was an endorser, but now I'm a never Trumper, right? And we can deal with that. But I can tell you this, that if Joe Biden wins the presidency, he's going to turn America into a hellhole like you ain't never. He's going to give America to the haters of God. And you may not like Romney. You may think he's a rhino and all that other kind of stuff. But okay, if you don't want to draft Romney, you got to get somebody, because I don't think Trump can win. I don't think he's going to be able to win. Fox News reported this weekend that Trump was down 12 points nationally. Fox News, the Trump network, is now, in their polls, are reporting Trump's down 12 points below, I think, Biden, somewhere at 50% of the vote. Trump got 38%. CNN ran a post 2 weeks ago that Trump was down 14 points, and Trump sicked his lawyers on CNN to sue them as fake news. But even now, Fox News is now reporting Trump's down. And in the states battleground states, where he should be leading, he's just breaking in terms of being even. In a couple of states, like Michigan, he's down 12 points also that he won last time. He's not going to be able to win. And then I think the straw that broke the camel's back was the rally in Tulsa this past weekend, where Trump and Brad Pascal, who's Trump's campaign manager, were touting that over 100,000 people are going to show up. And they had set up 19,000 people to be to meet in the BOK Center, and another 40,000 they had scheduled to have meet outside the BOK Center. And Trump was going to address both of them. But by the time Air Force One took off from Washington, D.C., the BOK Center was not even partially filled. And the overflow place out in the arena area, where there was expected some 40,000 to show up, nobody was out there. And so, and by the time Trump took the stage, I think it's the state police there in Oklahoma said there's only 6,200 people that showed up, and Trump said there was 12,000. I said 12,000. The stadium held 19,000. There was enough empty seats in there for every one of Carter's liver pills. That place was barren Saturday night. Now Trump usually carries a big crowd. Why? Well, there's several reasons why Trump didn't fill that stadium. Number one is he does not have the support he had since the coronavirus. Since Trump told people to use Lysol and drink Clorox, and then that hydroxychloroquine, he kept pushing it like a drug dealer pushing dope on 125th Street in Harlem. He kept pushing that dope and pushing that dope. And then, of course, his bizarre behavior using the military against the protesters amid a bunch of other things where General Mattis decided to walk away from him and says he's unfit to serve America. Other generals have walked away from him previously. John Kelly, his chief of staff, walked away from him over a year ago. John Bolton's new book, In the Room Where It Happened. All of this is now beginning to catch up to Trump. And people are beginning to realize, though they don't like the liberals and they don't like the liberal media, but Trump, he has lost all of the last juice that they could possibly give him, even though they know he's crude and crass and rude, and they know that, and that he lies. They know that, but they can't walk with him any further. They didn't show up. And the way that Trump is running around here and won't put on a mask. See, many of these people that would have showed up and could have showed up, if Trump had put on a mask a month ago, he would have filled that stadium. Now listen to me very carefully. Now you see, Pastor Man, I know you're against Trump. Just listen to me. Just listen to me. I ain't for Biden. I'm trying to stop Biden. I'm trying to stop him. You better listen to me. But if Trump had put on a mask a month ago, that stadium would have been filled. But I'm going to tell you something. People in Texas are dying now. And Texas is just south of the border of Oklahoma. Tulsa, right there. People in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the number of new cases skyrocketed the week before Trump showed up. The people ain't not crazy. And people from the panhandle of Florida are watching that. They're watching that virus walk in there like John walking in the city. And then Trump, I kept saying, why Brad Pascal, who's Trump's campaign manager, sent out a note to everybody that was registering to come to the rally that you're on your own if you get sick. I never would have done that. He's saying if you catch the coronavirus at the rally, don't sue the Trump campaign. And why did he do that? That was worse than saying we're going to cancel because of the coronavirus. If he had said we're going to cancel because of coronavirus, then people would stay at home and watch them on television. I think the straw that broke the camel's back was, in fact, I know, was the rally in Tulsa. And when he sent out that note saying, sign a waiver, saying that, he's saying to people, if you get sick, don't blame me. You know, and he's supposed to be the protector of all. People didn't realize, hell, he don't care nothing about me. You know, the rednecks in Tennessee and Oklahoma and all of Kentucky and everywhere down Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, all up in Ohio and Indiana, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, you know, all over everywhere. North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia, all over everywhere. They were saying to themselves, you mean to tell me he don't care nothing about me if I get sick at his rally? He ain't gonna cover me? What the hell is this? I mean, who did that? Who would say that? If you think they're going to get sick, which they probably would, all this time, Trump is ignoring the coronavirus. It's the Kung flu. It's the communist flu. It's a lie. It's a fake flu. It ain't happening. People aren't really dying. It's another way the media is trying to bring down Trump. You know, and then all of a sudden, you send out a letter saying, well, if you get sick from it, however, don't blame me. I swear there have been some blunders. You know, the Lyndon Johnson ad with the daisy and the atomic bomb, a little girl putting on daisy flowers against Barry Goldwater, was the classic of all the events. But this has got to go down in history, that he said that Trump sends out a notice to all his followers there, I don't care about you. If you get sick, don't come to me. Don't look to me. Because the thing of it is that Trump's got the power of the government. If let's say, for instance, 100,000 people came to the event, the prognosticator said that potentially 2,000 people could get sick. He could handle that. Trump could, let's say 2,000 people of the 100,000 people that potentially would have showed up got sick, right? Now, I'm telling you why Trump can't win. He done told the people, I don't care nothing about you. He can't win now, so you got to draft somebody, get Romney. But let me finish saying this. Trump could have said, okay, 2,000 people got sick. I want to put them in a special hospital, make America great hospital all again. I want to build it in 10 days, and I want to put all the people that got sick at the rally, and I'm going to treat them. I'm going to treat their families. I'm going to do them like St. Jude. All their families, their grandchildren, everybody can come. I'm going to put up in hotels all around the place where the hospital where they're sick until they get well again. He could have done that because he got the power of the government. He could have done it. The other thing, he gives Wall Street all that money. Give all his friends all them contracts. Give him China. Give him Kim Jong-un money. He could have done that. He didn't. He said, if you get sick, don't look to me. So now I'm saying to you, he can't win. Even if that had not happened, he wasn't going to win anyway. He could, you know, unless Russia steps in again. You don't like that. Just listen to me. Listen to me. I ain't for Biden. You ain't never heard me say I'm supporting Obama or Al Sharpton or any of them sharks, liars and thieves and misfits. I ain't for them. But I ain't for him either. I'm the Lord's servant. Let's get that straight, all right? Let's get straight about what we're going to be straight about. So well, Romney is a rhino. Well, you know, Romney is a product of a false prophecy. You know, Joseph Smith prophesied the Latter-day Saints. And Romney is an apostle in the false prophecy church of yeah. But the reason why I say Romney is because Romney was the last person after Trump, before Trump, to hold the nomination of the Republican Party. And I figure, well, you know, you're not going to get Ted Cruz or Marco Rubio or, you know, any of those guys. You know, those guys are so weak and stupid. I don't even know how Ted Cruz is still, I think, and Lindsey Graham is probably going to get the life beat out of him down there in South Carolina by that black boy down there that's running against him for senator. So you can't call on them, right? So your best shot is Mitt Romney. He may be a rhino. He may be. He very well may be. But he's right now the only thing the Republican Party has to look forward to. And he could potentially, you know, if Trump claimed, you know, okay, I surrender, I realize what's happening, and Trump threw his weight behind Romney after people wouldn't go, people like, you know, like they went and they talked to Nixon and said, Nixon, you ain't gonna win. If somebody came to Trump and said to him, there's a group of conservatives, you know, like Lindsey Graham and, you know, Mitch McConnell and a bunch of others, that boy don't wear no coat, that jacket all the time, boy. A bunch of them, they go to Trump and say, listen, you can't win. We got to hold the Republican line. We're going to ask you to endorse Mitt Romney. Now, you know, Trump's an egotistical maniac, and he probably will have a hissy fit. But if he don't do it, he's going to lose and going to jail. You can tell Trump this, listen, if Romney wins, he'll do what Gerald Ford did for Richard Nixon. Now listen, be very careful. You listen to Dr. Manning, I'm the Lord's servant, and you're listening. Romney, the Mitch McConnell could say to Tribulation Trump, we're going to dump you, but here's what we're going to do. You endorse Romney, right, at the convention, and Romney will pardon you of any and all infractions that may have happened inside of your presidency and prior to your presidency. And people like, you know, Mike Flynn and Roger Stone and a bunch of other people around you, that they will be pardoned as well. That Romney will do that if you just endorse it. Otherwise, you're going to lose and go to jail. So what's it going to be? Trump will bite. Trump will bite. Trump will take it, and Romney will win. Let me tell you something. Here's the other thing. Gerald Ford did it for Nixon, and people were upset, but they got over it. But the only other thing, y'all need to listen to me now. The only other thing is that Biden wins. Let me tell you something. If Biden wins, I'm going to seriously consider moving to Angola or South Africa. But you ain't seen no dirty America. You ain't seen no godless America until you see a Biden president. Joe Biden? Effectively what it means, that Obama will be president again. I'm telling you. Now you can get mad with me. Well, Patty, man, you speak against Trump. You use your voice. You're powerful voice, but you use against Trump. He can win. The prophet, the hell with your prophet. I don't know a damn thing. Prophet told us he can win. No, you better listen to me. Because if Biden wins, it's going to be another win for Obama. Guess who's going to be running the White House again? You guessed it. You're right. Obama! The long-legged back daddy! Obama! Joe Biden is the midwife of the LGBTQ Supreme Court decision. And by the way, you'll notice that the court is now leaning liberal, right? Because they want to get rid of Trump too. That's right. The courts, the generals are turning against Trump. He can't win. I'm telling you. He can't win. Plus, he's sick. And coronavirus is going to take a whole lot of people. By the time we get to November, they're going to be at 250,000 people dead, and they're going to blame it all on Trump. They're going to look at all the other nations, Italy, they'll look at Spain, and they're going to look at Germany, they're going to look at South Korea, and see in South Korea, only 250 people died in South Korea, and now you got 250,000 that died in America because Trump did not take the appropriate leadership that he should have taken to shut the nation down, because he's too worried about the re-election process, the economy, and Wall Street, and he let 250,000 people die. Trump gonna lose. So what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? If Biden wins, my friend, I'm gonna tell you something. You know, if Biden wins, he's gonna turn America back over to Obama and Michelle the fist bumper, and back over to the Black Lives Matter and LGBT. You know, that woman. This is wrong. Now this is just wrong about it. This is wrong. That woman, that Muriel Bowser woman down in Washington, D.C. has named Lafayette Park now Black Lives Matter Park without a vote. Talking about dictatorial, without a vote. While at the same time, tearing down statues of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Robert E. Lee, Jefferson Davis, changing the name of the forts. While they're tearing all that down, naming the park in Washington, D.C., on sacred and holy grounds, Black Lives Matter. Even black people ought to be upset with that. But that is not even one grain of salt of what you can expect if Biden becomes president. You say, well, you know, Romney is this and Romney is that. Romney is at least a Republican. At least, you know, he is. He's a Republican. And Romney can, in effect, you know, pardon Trump, but here's a big deal. I promise not to inflict myself upon you any further. After that, I got to go. After this, I got to go. You say, well, Pastor Manning, I hear what you're saying. It makes a lot of sense. I don't like what you're saying. I don't like it. I think Trump can win. Okay. But what about your prophecy about tribulation, Trump being the trigger of the tribulation? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. He is indeed the servant of Satan. There's no doubt about that. And he has triggered the tribulation. Don't you see we're at war? Haven't you been listening to me? We are the war. He has done his part. He has done his part. Because were he to run and lose, or let's say he went, and there's the potential that, he could get a hold of the machines, and, the Chinese and the Russians and everybody else can rig the machines. Let me leave the possibility he can win. It's a small chance that he can win. But if he does, the civil war just increases. No matter what Trump does. You say, well, Pastor, then why advise him to step down? If there's going to be civil war nonetheless. Isn't that your prophecy? Yeah, it is. No, it isn't my prophecy not to advise. My advice is to not let Biden win. Which the pastor man, doesn't that further increase? No, let me let you in on something. Now, I can't do this in a full detailed teaching. I have to do this a little bit later on. Let me help you understand something, and this is something perhaps I've never shared with most people, and that is this. Satan thinks that he can win against God and stop the tribulation. Now, I'll have to give more details about that. I'm not going to share that now because I don't have the time, and this ain't the space. I had an interview with a young fellow from the Catholic magazine the other day. This Catholic archbishop wrote this stupid treatise to Trump talking about a war with Satan and God. God's not at war with Satan, but Satan is at war with God. Let's be clear about what we can be clear about. But as far as the tribulation is concerned, and as far as my advice is concerned, I'll go through the details of this at a later time, not now. Satan thinks he can stop the tribulation. He's looking at me and he's laughing. And he's hoping and praying to God that nobody will believe me. He's hoping and praying to God that you'll think I'm just a Trump hater, or that I'm an Al Sharpton Sharpie. and that you don't come in and walk beside me. He's hoping to pray to God that the LGBTQ can run me out of town because y'all won't stand up and support me. He's hoping and praying that. Because Satan really believes he can actually stop the tribulation. He believes he can stop the return of the Lord Jesus Christ. He believes he can stop Jesus from coming back. He believes it. Satan believes he can stop Jesus from coming back. And he's praying to God that y'all don't pay any attention to me. He's praying to God. And he's giving the media, he's giving people like Van Jones and Liz Gunderson and Eddie Glod and Don Lemon and Michael Eric Dyson and all these governors and mayors of San Francisco, Dallas, and Houston, all these black mayors, and Washington and Baltimore and Birmingham, and he's praying to God that they just keep pushing him up. Because he believes that he can stop the return of the Lord Jesus Christ with Joe Biden. I'm telling you, that's what he believes. He don't think that what John wrote in the book of Revelation is going to, he know what the blueprint is. He believes he can stop it. That's what he believes. And that's why you can't let these people defeat me. You can't let them steal my voice. You got to stop hating me. No, I'm not for Trump. Now, I was at one time, but I'm a never Trumper. I can tell you that right now. And I'm with the Lincoln Project. I'm a never Trumper right now, but I ain't for Biden either. But I'm trying to tell you something. You better listen to me, and you better tell everybody else that has an ear to listen to what I've just said. Dump Trump, draft Romney. And if you don't find, if Romney out there, find somebody, go get somebody. I don't know who you're going to get. It don't have to be Romney, but go get somebody that will pardon Trump. Right? At any rate, I'm James David Manning, everybody. I'm the Lord's servant. Neither do I serve the Democrats nor the Republicans. Jesus is coming back, and Satan ain't going to stop it. And he got me out here on the... Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is a bit of a news blog we do, looking at spiritual wickedness in high places for the most part, making some observations about it and giving people a biblical foundation to the way of interpreting, rather than have Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Janine Pirro or Anderson Cooper or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon, Rush Limbaugh interpret what's going on in the world. You come to me and I'll tell you based on what the Word of God says. They'll just give you their worldly, sinful view. But the Manning Report will tell you what God has said, whether to say yea or nay, whether to go or to stay. You'll be led by the word of Almighty God. Come to the Manning Report on a daily basis to interpret the spiritual wickedness in high places, because there's plenty of it that's going on. And so I'm the Lord's servant, James David Righteous Rebel Manning, and I'm here to serve you with news and information.